Bezos board.
I can't do any more, Jeff.
Please,
No.
Trey, Bezos board.
I don't want to do them. No. No, I can't do any more.
Please, Trey, Bezos board.
My audience wants different things. They can't just see Amazon Basics pedal reviews every day.
This shall be your final task.
Just one more?
Complete the Bezos board for me, and I shall release you.
This is the last one?
Trey,
Okay.
do it for friendship.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
Hooray!
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Bezos board. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's fucking do it. Bezos board. Yeah. Well, it's 2020 still, and I have called into being the Bezos board, if for no other reason than to hasten the inevitable oncoming Armageddon. So, if by the time this video goes up the Earth still exists, then you will be seeing all of the Amazon Basics pedals, with the exception of the looper. I am aware there is also a looper pedal. No, I did not acquire one. I somehow missed it until it was too late. Whatever. All these other ones are essential, I think. You could get through a gig with all of these and nothing else. The looper, you could take it or leave it. I might get one and then do like a separate video of it later if you really want me to. Today, I'm gonna be playing my Fender American Professional 2 Stratocaster. We're going into the Rev D20. I'm gonna tune it first before you get to hear it. So let's try out this tuner. Hopefully it tunes, that's all we really need. Yeah. Still plastic on this? There is totally plastic on this. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, that is satisfying. Yeah. So actually this tuner can do a couple different things. Turns out if you read the instructions, you learn things about it. You can use this flat/display button to do like E flat tuning, D tuning, D flat, or C. Then if you just press it once and wait, you can go into strobe tuner mode, which is pretty fancy. I'm just gonna use regular mode because regular reasons. By this point, I have done individual videos for each one of these pedals on my channel. So I'm just gonna kind of show you a couple general possible tones that you can get with this and not all the infinite different combinations that you could potentially get out of this board, just some usable ones. The first kind of sound that we're gonna get is the most important kind, of course, which is a screaming high gain lead tone. So we're gonna start with our distortion pedal. I don't have the gain up super high just yet. And the reason for that is that we're gonna boost it with some of these other ones out front. But then we gotta get some delay going on. So I've got the delay coming after the distortion, so it's nice and clean sounding. Now, we can add any of these three in front of it to get a couple of different kinds of effects. Here's the one that I liked the best. The compressor, you know, just compressing a little bit to give us a little bit extra sustain. And then the boost, I'm actually boosting the bass quite a bit, as you can see, and then the treble a little bit, because I actually think that most lead tones to me sound a bit thin, and I want it to be a bit thicker. As I turn these on, I find myself wishing for an Amazon Basics gate pedal. So, Bezos, make it happen. So here's what this sounds like all together. So, smooth, but still cuts, plenty of sustain. And then if we wanted to get just a slightly different version of that, we can use the drive instead. That one's a bit more cutting. I think if I turned up the treble on the boost, it might sound a little bit more like this, but even here we've got the tone down quite a bit and the drive all the way off. So, you know, and then we've got a couple different types of sounds just by turning on and off the different boost and drive and compressor pedals. So for example, here's what it sounds like, just the distortion pedal with the gain in the middle. And then if you wanted less than that, you can, turn down the volume on your guitar. And then if you want more of either of any of these flavors, So here I've worked out a pretty good high gain rhythm tone. So the problem with the Amazon Basics distortion pedal is that as you crank up the gain, it gets really muddy in the low end, like really muddy. So that's okay. A bit more. Even with the tone way up, it just does not sound that good. So I actually found that it sounds better at a low gain setting and then boosting it with the drive. Especially if you're playing like extended range guitars, lower tunings, anything like that, you're gonna get a lot of mud with just the distortion pedal. So boosting it with the drive was the way to go as far as I'm concerned. Now, on the other hand, if you're just playing like classic rock, middle of the road, mid-gain kind of stuff, then the distortion pedal by itself is actually pretty good because you get a lot of chunky low end, but it's not muddy. Then if you just wanted to set it up to have more gain on the fly without changing your pedal, you can set up the boost to just be flat, so you've got the bass and treble down, and then have the drive, which is the output, up, and then you can have two different levels. All right, now let's try some like low and mid gain type of lead tones. I really like the drive specifically for this because even though you can get some sort of low gain sounds out of the distortion pedal, it just doesn't really sound right to me, but like a little bit more than that. Cool, so some really nice low and mid gain sounds out of this actually. All right, now let's explore some clean tones. Basically, if you want a clean tone out of this board, there's only two pedals that are gonna allow you to do that because these three are all gonna add some kind of drive, distortion, whatever. These two will not. The compressor and the delay are your friends for clean tones. So I'm using position 2 on the Strat for a nice spanky kind of a clean. Add the compressor. And then a little bit of delay. course, depending on how ambient you want it. A little washier. I want to blast off into space. And then, of course, if you want to be U2, you can do that too. And annoy everyone in the crowd. So there's, of course, only one thing left to do, and I'm pretty sure that you know what it is. And that's to turn all of the pedals on and turn them all the way up. And there you have it, folks. That's the Bezos board. You've now heard all of the Amazon Basics effects pedals individually as well as working together in a board, and all the different tones that I could possibly think of to get out of them. So I think that kind of actually wraps up my series on the Amazon Basics pedals. I've done videos on all of them now and as a board, and so I think I'm done. Oh my God, what is that? What's that feeling? Oh, the curse is broken! I'm finally free! Yes!
You see, Trey, the Bezos board was the friends you made along the way, like Tiny Jeff. Trey, you're my best friend. No! Oh no, ouchie Bezos!
Oh yes, I'm free!
Oh, why you hit Bezos?
You hear that, Bezos, you sick little bitch? I don't work for you anymore!